We're going to go back to the internet question that I have now. It's from Leah Dixon here from Austin. Her question is, President Bush has just decided to allow big oil companies to continue to receive tax breaks, despite those same big oil companies enjoying record profits. With gas prices so high, regular Americans have to budget to fill up at the pump, while at the same time the oil company fat cats and shareholders have never had it so good. What would you do to bring gas prices down and keep them down?
Well, I actually made a speech about this in Houston because I thought that would be the place to make it. And I really asked the oil companies to be part of the solution, to be, not just oil companies, but to transition to become energy companies that would invest in clean, renewable energy as well as oil and gas. And because these gas prices are going to just wreak havoc with folks. You cannot expect people to commute the distances that a lot of folks commute here in Texas and be able to afford gas that's heading toward $4 a gallon. So we got to do a couple of things. We do have to take a hard look to make sure that people are not manipulating the price. By definition, the oil-producing countries manipulate the price. They get together a few times a year, decide how much they're going to produce and how much they're going to charge. And, that's been our problem for more than 30 years now. So we've got to figure out how we're going to break their monopoly. And I think the best way is to make it clear we are going to move toward clean, renewable energy and lessen our dependence on foreign oil. Actually, we are now more dependent on foreign oil today than we were on 9/11. That does not give me a lot of comfort. I do not believe our president should be holding hands with the Saudis. I believe our president should be holding them accountable and trying to get them to understand what we must do to change. And with respect to the giveaways that were just larded into what we call the Dick Cheney energy bill in 2005, which I proudly voted against, we're going to try to get that money back because the oil companies do not need those subsidies. They are doing just fine without your tax dollars supporting their profits. And I want to get that money back, and I want to invest it in clean, renewable energy technologies that will expedite our effort to get to a clean, renewable energy future. It's good for our security, it's good for our environment, and it's good for the economy. I think we could create at least 5 million new jobs over the next 10 years. So we're going to investigate, we're going to end the giveaways, and hopefully we'll accelerate the distribution of higher gas mileage cars, because that's the real answer. We've got to get more miles per gallon. Brazil does it. They've been very successful doing it. We have to look at new forms of energy to fuel our cars. And I want to be a partner with Detroit and the American automobile manufacturers in order to bring that about. And I would also consider releasing some oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve that would bring the price down. So I would do all of this. You got to do it at the same time, and you've got to put the oil companies and the oil-producing countries on notice that we are not just going to sit and take it anymore. We've got to change what we do in America.
All right, so our town hall is about to close.
Oh, dear. We've got, when we finish, we'll go and we'll take a few more questions from the audience, okay?
All right. Our town hall is about to close, but our future here in Texas is just beginning. And all of you here, all of you watching at home, everybody who has a chance to get on the internet, you have a chance to make history by electing Hillary Clinton, the next president of the United States. And the good news, well, the good news is that it's up to us in Texas. So it's in our hands. It's in our hands, and here is how it works. First, you go tomorrow and you vote if you haven't already early voted. Second, and this is very important, at 6:45 tomorrow evening, you go back to your precinct, and as soon as the polls close, you get to immediately sign in for Hillary, and it's that easy. So you bring your ID, and you make sure that Hillary gets both your vote and the delegates she needs to be our next